basketball analysis with over 70 years combined experience.
The Bob Ryan and Jeff Goodman podcast is brought to you by Prizepicks.
Okay, it's time for Bob Ryan, Gary Tanguay here. CLNS Media brought to you by Prizepicks, the exclusive daily fantasy partner of the CLNS Media Network. Pick more, pick less with Prizepicks. Okay, Bob, we're going to praise the old man today. Praise the old man. I remember after Al Horford left the Celtics, we thought he'd be out of the league soon.
Al Horford had that little interregnum there when he went to Philadelphia, but the amazing thing is that when he went to Charlotte, and they decided, they sat him down in the end. He was not part of their plan, and he was part of their contractual plan. Get rid of the contract, but he was shut down literally and DNP'd, and here he is making
right
contributions. He was ultimately the story and the victory over Denver in the end. It's the contribution that he made in every which way, offense and defense, and running the floor, doing his defensive thing. It's so, and he's such a rootable guy, as a rootable person. It's so great to have around. We know he serves a purpose in this team if he never makes a point, scores a point or gets a rebound because of what he does in the locker room. But the fact is he's far more than that. He's not just a cheerleader. He's not just a mentor. He's not just a big brother. He's a damn useful player to them. And particularly when you don't have the availability of Porzingis, and just go back to the playoffs last year. They went 37 days without Porzingis, and they kept their head well above water. And it was one reason was the contributions of Al Horford. It's just great that man knows how to play basketball. The other thing, and think about is how he had to reinvent himself from the beginning. The guy that came into the league was not a 3-point shooter at all. And it's like story of so many guys, Brook Lopez.
Right.
Brook Lopez been Exhibit A, I love those numbers. So, how he has morphed into a 3-point shooter. Well, Al scored the same thing. So it's just great. I just want to salute Al. It's so nice to have Al around. And while we're talking about auxiliary big men, I want to give a little shout out to Luke Cornett. He is what he is, and he hasn't made that transition into the stretch 5, okay? He's an old-fashioned big man doing old-fashioned big man things. He's not a great player, but he's a little better athlete than people think. He's a pretty damn good shot blocker. His timing is good, but he does old-fashioned big man things, and he's been a useful player for this team and more for 2 years. I know the other night I X'd out during the game of this thought of mine, and I got hooted down because as they were losing the game, the offensive rebounds. He got outplayed at the end of that game, but not in the beginning of the game. And in general terms, he's been good too. So let's salute our backup big men. Are doing the job that is needed, that needs to be done. While we always await for the arrival of the true big man in Porzingis. So this is good roster building, by the way, once again, in both cases. Yes, excellent. We're very lucky with this.
I have a question about the big man. I want to mine the mind of Bob Ryan coming up in just a minute on that. Prizepicks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in award winnings, Prizepicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prizepicks. And Prizepicks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. On Prizepicks, you can mix and match player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with baseball, hockey, even esports. It's so much more. Prizepicks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. Don't miss your chance to cash in as the league's best fight for playoff positioning rolls on. Taking a look at Prizepicks, what do you think? You think Anthony Edwards for more than 25 points? Oh, Jaylen Brown, yes, he'll get more than 4 assists. And I love the fact that we're talking about Jason Tatum and reboundings. More or less than 8, go with more. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prizepicks. Run your game. Bob, I want to talk about the big man right there. Because when you talk about like Porzingis, even though he can play inside and play outside, or Cornet, could that be the difference between the Celtics beating Cleveland in the playoffs?
If they, well, once again, from the minute that they picked up Porzingis, I said, okay, I hope that they utilize his ability to go inside as well as the 3-point thing. And it could very definitely be, but I just want to have that option always, because there's going to be times and plenty, three is not going to fall. And you have to, now they did manage to do alternate things yesterday too, which is good. Yeah, it could be, very, very definitely. That option is there. It's always there. So they may very well need that for sure. But they're not just a question of Cleveland. It's about the question of them, playing anybody when the three isn't falling. But certainly he would be, as much as our colleague Jeff loves and is president of the Evan Mobley fan club, he would be the best big man on the floor if everybody plays their A game. He would be the best big man on the floor. But so yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think it's interesting because the big man isn't talked about at all enough, I feel. And if you look down the road, you look at the finals. So say it's the Lakers. The Lakers don't. I mean, Oklahoma City, which you've been big on, they do have a big guy. So does the big guy, I guess what I'm thinking out loud is, does the big guy, which everybody feels is a dinosaur, come into play against the Lakers? And does it come into play if the Celtics end up playing OKC? You could have a battle of two big guys.
Oh, you could. Yeah, absolutely. Hartenstein's better than people realize. And now they've got Holmgren back. And he's putting up 20-point games. He's obviously he came back properly healthy. They waited to the right, everything appears to have worked out very well in the recuperation, and he's ready to go. And so forget about anything. They have the record they had without him, and they're serious. They're tremendous. But me and Big Ben, I just want some balance in general terms. I want balance. I want, I realized that the three, it's never going away, and it's going to be the currency, but that doesn't mean it has to be the exclusive currency. You need, and so I always welcome proper big man play. What's going on in New York with Towns? He's showing, he's reminding the world of how good he can be, and it's not just the fact that he's a wonderful 3-point shooter. He is the consummate right now guy in terms of being able to go inside and outside at a very high level. Offensively, defensively, not a matter.
Okay. Well, yeah, right.
And the whole team, but we're talking offense. And
so Bob, what's your gut feeling? Could we have a Lakers-Celtic final?
Theoretically, yes, we could. Although I don't see the Lakers beating OKC in a 7-game ball. But things can happen, and like I've seen. I go back far enough, to some of the most improbable series that at the time that turned out to be a great series was Celtics and Phoenix. A year Phoenix was 42 and 40,
right,
regular season, or 40 and 42, one or the other. There they were. They knocked off the defending champion Warriors, and then they played the Celtics hard, and so things can happen. Oh, absolutely. But then again, we don't know. Once again, tell me who's going to be healthy when, And
sure, yeah.
So, but yes, the answer to your question is a fair question. It's not a. I give it what 10-15% chance. I don't know, maybe no more than that. For that ever happening, because of the Lakers end of it, I still think that they're going to run into better teams.
Right. It's fascinating, though. Thank God Dallas made that deal. Oh my God.
And what are they getting out of it? I mean, that's well, Max Christie, but other than that, who knows when AD is going to be in there. By the way, speaking of injuries, though, I looked at the box score and I went, oh my God, and I find out. You know how I feel about Domantas Sabonis, right? Okay.
Oh, I know.
played less than a minute the other night,
Oh,
and
no.
the hamstring issue. So
Right.
Anyway, that I hated to see that.
Bob, I'm rooting for a Celtics Laker final. I'm so rooting for it. Oh my God, it would be glory days all over again. Even though it would be dramatically unfair to OKC, I think I just love, as you know, Bob, I am a fan now.
Mm-hmm.
I just love making fun of my ex-colleagues, and because I was always part of the machine of there are no point guards. It's a forward league. And then all of a sudden we got all these point guards. And then it's like, well, there's no more big men. And, now we may have, if we have OKC in Boston, then we'll have big men. I just want to tell my ex-colleagues that these runs are not intentional. It's the talent pool. It really is. It's not like all of a sudden all the general managers got together and say, this is the way the league's going to be. It's kind of what the talent pool gives the league, and guys don't want to play down low. They want to shoot threes, that's it. I'm telling you, if my son was 7 feet, which he's not, I would say you could make a lot of money playing in the post.
Well, they're bred that way now, and that's the world is going over. But I'm just hoping that there's some reversion. I get some balance, common sense. Common sense should tell these people the three can't. You're going to have bad nights. You're just going to have. So you need something else. You need Plan B. That's all. And I want people reminded you need Plan B.
All right, Bob. Bob Ryan, Gary Tanguay, brought to you by Prizepicks, the exclusive daily fantasy partner of the CLNS Media Network. Pick more, pick less with Prizepicks.